From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2413, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. First up this week, an important call sign, 8R7X. You'll be hearing it on the air as a quartet of youthful de-expeditioners prepares, at long last, for adventure and QSOs in Guyana.
The antennas are packed, other equipment is being tested, and 4 young friends, Philip Springer, DK6SP, Jamie Williams, M0SDV, Sven Lovrick, DJ4MX, and Tommy Varro, HA8RT, are ready to depart for their journey to Guyana, where they'll activate 8R7X from the 14th to the 24th of February. It's a shared dream long deferred by pandemic travel restrictions, but now with that behind them, this youthful quartet of seasoned de-expeditioners is prepared for the challenges of operating from their temporary South American QDH. A statement on the team's website expresses their excitement, adding that their recently issued call sign has a prefix that has never before been used. The 4 will continue to update their website and to keep DXs informed via social media channels as the date gets closer. They'll be operating CW, SSB, FT8 and RITI on the HF bands. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
Could hams somehow be responsible for the evolution of the information age? A recent magazine article says it's very likely indeed.
Radio and TV broadcasting, mobile communications, and other elements of the so-called wireless revolution can have all their roots traced back to amateur radio, according to a recent article in the IEEE Communications magazine, IEEE Explore. The article, which is in Volume 61, Issue 11, credits amateur radio inventiveness that was incubated in the earliest amateur radio clubs growing on college campuses in the early 20th century. It singles out the Wireless Telegraph Club of Columbia University's New York City campus, noting the students' members' propensity for wireless experimentation, and singles out one club member, Edwin Howard Armstrong, considered the father of FM radio. At the same time that ham clubs were springing up on other U.S. college campuses, societies for wireless enthusiasts were being born in Australia, the UK, and elsewhere in the world. The article traces how the advent of FM led to the development of mobile phones and how amateurs' bottomless curiosity continues to be the driving spirit behind more and more inventive ways of communicating. This is Andy Morrison, K9AWM.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico, mobile radios and instructions to build antennas are part of a donation program for a humanitarian effort.
A donation of 14 mobile radios and simple designs for homebrew antennas have gone the distance from Albuquerque, New Mexico, to a humanitarian organization providing social support and medical care to displaced families in Ukraine. The radios and the plans for antenna construction are a project of the Bosque Amateur Radio Club N5BRC. When Joseph Nichols, the founder of CareForUkraine.org, asked his brother Art Nichols, KI5GOL, if the hams could assist with the volunteers' communication needs as they address the sheltering, educational, and social concerns of the families, Art decided to approach the club for ideas. Club members have donated $700 to the effort, which paid for the 14 handheld radios. Joseph Nichols, a former biomedical equipment engineer now living in Ukraine, writes on the GoFundMe page of Care for Ukraine that the hams gifts have permitted the installation of small micro networks of solar-powered radio equipment used by volunteers in rural areas for emergency, non-military purposes. The equipment is shared freely with other volunteer aid groups as well. This is Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITB.
And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With John Williams, VK4JJW, Andy Morrison, K9AWM, Ralph Squillaci, KK6ITB, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.